G'day, I'm Charlie Pryde.
And I'm Jennifer Pryde. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Pride of the Villages.
Looking to the month of January, with the holiday season in the rearview mirror, we will highlight some activities occurring both inside and outside the villages. Starting in the villages, we have two events featuring automobiles. First is the Car Club Showcase at Brownwood Paddock Square on Saturday, the 4th of January. This event brings together several car clubs from throughout the villages and beyond. 8 car clubs are scheduled to be featured, everything from Tin Lizzies and 1950s classic Thunderbirds to Corvettes. Each club is given a section and will display up to 24 cars from their club. This event takes place from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. On Saturday, the 18th of January, come on down to Spanish Springs for the Cruise In Monthly Car Show. Residents and non-residents alike are welcome to register their classic car with a model 30 years or older. Residents of the villages have priority to park first. General public will be allowed in at 4 p.m. or after 150 registrants have parked. The festivities will last until 9 p.m. Voting ballots are available at the registration tent, and the People's Choice Awards are announced at 8 p.m. On Saturday and Sunday, the 11th and 12th of January, there will be an Arts and Crafts Festival at the Lake Sumter Landing from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jennifer has especially enjoyed these festivals in the past. This 16th annual festival will feature and highlight the talents of many unique crafters, including painters, pottery, glassware, jewelry, leather goods, photography, personalized products, and much more. Food vendors will also be on hand. Dress warm if the temperatures dip and enjoy the walk around Lake Sumter Landing. Going outside the bubble, the Dade Battlefield Historic State Park, located just south of the villages in Sumter County, was established in 1921 to preserve and commemorate the site of Dade's Battle of 1835, a momentous event that spawned the longest, most costly American Indian War in U.S. history. Each year, the Dade Battle Reenactment Weekend works to demonstrate and educate by recreating the December 28, 1835 Seminole Indian attack on Major Dade's column, which was marching from Fort Brooke, present-day Tampa, to Fort King, present-day Ocala. This year's weekend is the 4th and 5th of January, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Living historians and reenactors bring history to life during this weekend and help pass on the important history to others. During our past year's visit, this reenactment, we started with the Visitor Center, which has a great introductory movie and museum to provide background on the Seminole Indian Wars and details the battle itself. Next, we visited the soldiers and Seminole camps.
Unfortunately, none of us are the lucky one.
Okay. You guys draw a lottery every year to see who it is?
No, it's usually the same guy.
Basically because it was an artillery relief unit that was going to Fort King.
I'll show you what not to do.
There is a Sutler Trade Fair with demonstrations of work of the times and historic arts and crafts, amongst other trade fair and food for sale. The battle reenactment commences at 2 p.m., and there's bleacher seating available if you arrive early. Otherwise, bring a lawn chair to get comfortable. The battle lasts about an hour, and the result is always the same. Lay dead are 105 soldiers of Major Dade's command. 3 privates survived the battle, with 1 private, Ransom Clark, providing the only first-hand account of the battle. Visit the Dade Battle Reenactment to hear his story. Moving on to something more kinder and gentler, January is a great month to view the gathering of Florida manatees around the natural spring heads and warm water outflows from the power plants, and there are several ways to conduct the viewing. First is you can get right into the water with them by taking a snorkeling tour out of the Crystal River and Homosassa Rivers, about an hour west of the villages. Jennifer and I took one of these tours mid-January last year and produced a video of our experience. Secondly is to view the manatees by kayak or canoe. Silver Springs State Park, just east of Ocala, is a great place to do this, and you are certain to see other wildlife as well. Besides the manatees living in these crystal clear waters, you will see schools of fish, a variety of turtles, plenty of bird life, and maybe even some monkeys, as there is a wild troop of 200 rhesus macaques in the park. Just don't feed them, as it is against the law. Paddling along the kayak and canoe trail, it is nothing but the sounds of nature. Take it all in. If you do not have your own kayak or canoe, then they have rentals available, and the staff can be very helpful in launching and recovering them. There are also great boardwalk trails throughout the park and a good chance to see alligators during your adventure. An alternative method to be on the water observing wildlife at Silver Springs State Park is by narrated glass-bottom boat tour. These tours have been in operation for over 100 years, and we did our first one 17 years ago. Another opportunity to see manatees in the comfort of a pontoon boat is at DeLeon Springs State Park, located 60 miles east of the villages. Several narrated eco-tours are run daily. Tickets can be purchased at the stand next to the spring head.
Sources here in Florida, and that's because even though they're very large animals, they have very little blubber on them. They don't have that insulating layer of fat like walruses have, so when the water gets cold, they get cold. And if they're not somewhere warm, they get hypothermia or cold stress. In our park, there's some manatees right by the buoy there on the right.
Besides manatees, there should be plenty of bird life to include wading birds and birds of prey. Alligators will certainly be sunning themselves on the banks with their turtle friends. One of the favorite things we did before the boat tour is to have breakfast at the park's popular old sugar mill pancake house, located in a 100-year-old replica of the 1830 sugar mill. It features cook-your-own pancakes at the table and freshly made bread and other breakfast items. See, I've got my flipping skills right. This is a very popular activity for young families, so if you can go during a school day, it should be less crowded. You will find all the current information on the boat tours and the Pancake House operating hours on the State Park website. Now, if you do not want to be in the or on the water viewing manatees, there is a free, yes, no charge, land viewing opportunity at the Tampa Electric Company power plant located in Apollo Beach, about an hour and 15-minute drive down I-75 from the villages. Manatees are attracted to the 70-degree discharge waters coming from the power plant, and they congregate here in huge numbers. One way to view them is to take a stroll along the paved 900-foot tidal walkway. On the walkway, you will go under a mangrove canopy, and there are educational signs describing the 3 types of mangrove trees present, as well as other flora and fauna. Every one of the humps that you see in the water is a manatee. Another way to view them, and sometimes they get real close, is from the viewing platform that goes over the water. These guys were hanging out right below us. In addition to seeing the manatees in the water, TECO has done a great job with their visitors facility to include an educational center with informative displays on everything you wanted to know about manatees. Again, all of this is free to the public, and because it is such a great attraction, it can get very crowded on the holidays and weekends. They do, however, have plenty of overflow parking. So those are some activities in the month of January to do inside and outside the villages. And just remember the manatees. If you wanted to see them, you want to do that before March, as they typically move out of the spring heads and the power plants out to warmer waters to do what manatees do in the spring. So until the next video, we wish you a great day wherever you are.